I find it so amazing how someone can still love you regardless of your past mistakes, your flaws, and your imperfection. Like when someone truly loves you, they don't necessarily have to say it all the time to prove it. Sometimes you can tell just by the way they treat you. And this guy treats me like a princess because he's my prince. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so blessed, so happy to see your beautiful faces. I know you're all interested by the title of this video. Well, guess what? Today I'm celebrating my 1-year anniversary with Bae. So for now, let's just give a little nickname for Bae, okay? I'll reveal his real name at the end of the video. So let's call him Michael. So growing up, when I was really young, I think I was about 13 or 14, I sort of knew who Michael was, but we didn't really talk much. But later on, I realized that if I show Michael that I'm interested in him, he will definitely show interest in me too. Anyways, a few years down the line, I was definitely not interested in Michael, so I lost contact with him. The thing that actually amused me is the fact that Michael kept finding a way to get my attention, but I was too busy with my life. One day I actually realized how much Michael has been trying to get my attention. So I said to myself, okay Nora, maybe I should give this guy a chance, see how things might turn out to be. So one day I literally had nothing to do. I was so bored at home, and luckily I knew where Michael lived, so I wanted to surprise Michael. I went to his house, and oh my gosh, when I got there, this guy's house is like a palace. I was like, wow, literally it was so big, and there was so many people. It was like he was having like some sort of a party, and I turned up uninvited. It was so awkward. But the thing that I find so amazing was that his people there, like his friends and families, oh my gosh, they were so lovely and welcoming. As soon as I got there, they were like, this one lady, she was like, oh, would you like to sit down? She just showed me where to sit. It was amazing. I love the atmosphere. Michael's friends and families are so amazing. They're so lovely and welcoming. So anyways, the party was going great, like everything was good, and then someone stood up to give like a little speech about Michael. Let's call this guy John. Yeah, let's call this guy John. I'll reveal this guy's real name at the end of this video. So John is a really close friend of Michael. That's what I heard. They've been together for pretty much so many years, and John was started talking, oh, Michael is so loyal, he will never break your heart. And I'm thinking, okay, I didn't know Michael was this famous. So John started saying, oh, Michael is such a loyal person. However, if you want to go out with Michael, he's got like a dating rule that you have to follow it. And if you don't, and if you break these rules, you can face deadly implications. And I'm thinking, okay, who does this Michael guy think he is? Anyways, one of his rules was, if Michael's a very jealous person, that's the thing I've realized. For example, he doesn't like it when like, let's say for example, if we're in a relationship, he doesn't like it when I pay more attention to the things of this world, like always trying to get my nails done, my hair done, buying new clothes, shoes. I understand the fact that sometimes you do like your woman to look good, but you know what I mean? But sometimes Michael just wants to spend that intimate time with you, getting to know each other and everything. I totally agree with John, because like I said before, if you truly love someone, you don't necessarily have to say it all the time to prove it. Sometimes you can tell just by the way they treat you. So John kept on giving this speech. It went on for like it went on from like 30 to 40 minutes, because it was quite a long speech. You know what I mean? It's a party, different people standing out giving a speech about Michael, how amazing he is. Anyway, Anyways, after the party finished, I actually went to John and I told John, John, I'm really interested in Michael and I actually want to get to know him. The reason why I decided to go through to John first in order to get to Michael was because I noticed that the relationship between Michael and John is so close together. So obviously John would know a lot about Michael. So I decided to go to John to tell me what Michael likes and dislikes, the kind of person he is and everything. So that's why I choose to go to John first before Michael. Well, so after telling John that I'm interested in Michael, he gave me like a special book that one of Michael's servants wrote about him, which is basically all about Michael, what he's been doing for the past how many years. And I'm thinking, I didn't really know Michael was this famous. How come I never heard of Michael? Well, so I took the book and I went home, I read it, but the book is a lot of pages. Up to today I still haven't finished that book, but I'm getting there. Anyway, so the more I was reading the book, the more I even got to know Michael better. So I went back to Michael's house and I saw John there as well. And I was like, oh my gosh, John, I love everything in this book about Michael. It's so interesting. Tell me more. I was like, if you want to know more about Michael, come to his house very often and read this book, eh? That way, when you get in a relationship with him, everything will be perfect. For a long time of coming to this guy's house and reading his book. I mean, we're talking about 4 to 5 years. I finally had the guts to go up to Michael. Okay, Michael, I've heard about you. I heard you're a really good person. You're blah 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 blah. I was like, oh yeah. So I told Michael that I'm actually interested in having a relationship with you. But the best thing is that he was also ready. Anyways, Michael and I were still in a relationship. And even though he's like moved away to somewhere else, but we still do keep in contact. We still do talk and everything. Words can't describe how much affection I have for Michael, even though I don't say it, and I hope he understands. I know you're all full of excitement to know who this guy is, his real name, so they can start stalking him. But hey, I'm watching you. Anyways, are you ready? Are you ready? His real name is JC, which stands for Jesus Christ. Right, his name is Jesus, and he's my special baby. Okay, he treats me like a princess. That's why he's my prince. Gotcha there, didn't I? Let me break it down for some of you who didn't understand this whole story of the thing. So basically, growing up when I was about 13 or 14, I sort of knew who Christ was, but I never really put the interest in him. And I felt like if I show God that I'm interested in him, he will also show interest in me first. Obviously, he's always interested in me, but all he needs is just my time, and I was way too busy. So one day, it was on Sunday, my mom was like, oh no, let's go to church. Yeah, the house was the church. So I went to church and I saw people worshiping God, and that's when the pastor, who was supposed to be John, it was the pastor, he stood up and started preaching about God, how amazing it is and everything. And after the preaching, when I told the pastor that I'm interested in getting to know more about God. So the pastor told me to read the Bible and come to church often as well. So the more I was reading the Bible, coming to church or Bible study, the more I actually got to know more about Jesus. So one day, like I said last year, on the 6th of June, I finally got baptized, and it was one of the best feelings ever. Like as soon as I got in that water and I came back up, I felt like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders, and it was so amazing. And I hope and I believe that the relationship I have between me and God will continue to stay forever no matter what. And I just want to encourage my brothers and sisters out there, yeah? Please, even if you do know God or you don't know God, if you do know God, keep getting to know more about him, keep trusting him and everything, and he will definitely reveal himself to you, just like what he did to me. And for those of you who don't know him, I actually do advise you to get to know him. And I want to say thank you so much to my pastor. Like, oh my gosh, the pastor was behind me. Nora, come to Bible study. Thank you, Pastor Andrew, for watching this. And I also want to thank my mom. My mom literally, before I didn't know God, she used to preach about God every single day. Oh, without God, I wouldn't be alive today. Without Him, is nothing to us. Without Him, we'll be nothing and everything. I used to think that just because I'm born in a Christian family, it doesn't mean I shouldn't get baptized. But I realized that at the end of the day, it's not your family who's going to take you into heaven. Anyways, guys, that's it for the video. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. And this was like a really good video. I actually enjoyed it. And this was basically my encounter with Christ, how I came to know Christ, and I actually hope you enjoy it and everything. Drop down below how you came to Christ, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye.